Hello, all future, or maybe current, Yume speedrunners. I am Ergia, and at this moment, September 4th, I am the world record holder of both the falling percent and TOV percent categories, and I'm here to make a guide on the former speedrun, share with you my tips, my tricks, my route, so on and so forth. Now, I get started. Of course, the speedrun starts when you hit the new game button. One thing to note about this category is that all versions past 0.113 patch 1, including that one, cannot be used as the worlds that are involved in this speedrun have been removed. So only versions up to 0.113 with no patches are allowed to be used in this speedrun. Also, another important rule to note, time trial mode is banned. You have to sit through the entire opening cutscene every time. And timing starts when you hit the new game button. Timing ends when you reach the drowning event in the depths. You go to the depths, step on that gold pressure plate, and that's time. I'll show you later on. If you've seen my other Yume speedrunning guide that I did, this part is very similar. It's mostly the same, except I need to note something here. In this version of the game, not in future versions, but in earlier versions of the game like this one, you can actually come out of either one of these two doors. In future versions of the game, it's only this door you come out of when you wake up, or when you go into the dream world. But in this version of the game, it can be either this one or that one. And meaning that the path to get to Garden World is different depending on what door you come out of. I like to take note of the world to the right of me whenever I do this. So if I come out of this door and I see the Heart World on the right, I hold right. Interact like so. But if I come out of this door and I see the library on the right, I immediately go up and interact with Garden. From that point forward, pathing to get the bike is very similar. It's very well known at this point. What I do, I go up to the building, I hit this patch of 8 grass, and I just go up and to the right to get the bike. Usually takes 1 minute 50 seconds, 1 minute and 51 seconds on later versions because of the additional Nexus worlds added, increasing the time it takes to get to the Garden World portal. And from there, you just backtrack, and you're going to go to Mushroom World. So that's just a simple right and down into Mushroom World. Now, from here, we need to get to Elvis Masada's place. The way I like to do this is I like to go around, line up between these two mushrooms. Either tile works. I do think it's the right one that lines you up perfectly, though. Or the left mushroom right here that lines you up perfectly. So between these two mushrooms, and then just head up. There's entities in the water that can change every dream sequence. So this one I can actually blocks me, so it's important to keep note of where the enemies are. And now once you're in Elvis Masada's place, all you gotta do is go up 1 tile to the left, down 3 tiles to the left, go into this door, 2 tiles down to the right, and this is the first instance of RNG on this run. The UFO path has a chance to have a UFO. which completely kills the run, and the UFO takes you somewhere else, either to one of two places, and neither of those places is where we want to be. As you can see, there's no UFO this time, meaning I am free to go to the right and end up at the apartments. This is important because if you get the UFO, I believe you'll either be taken to the Broken Faces area or like the Red Riding Hood world, which is completely not where we want to be. We want to be here in the apartments. So that's why I have so many attempts of this run, because it can just die less than 3 minutes into the run. At least it's early. So once you're in the apartments, you want to head up to this little loading zone here in the back and enter the first door you see. This will take you to the docks. And the path for the docks is pretty simple once you've memorized it. It's just a nice spiral around, followed by skipping this down and taking the second one, taking this left, taking this down, and taking this right. Now once you're here, you want to go down to the right, and then to the left, and you want to go down 1, 2, 3 more flights of stairs. And this NPC can move, so his placement can be either really good or like really bad and far over there. So you want to interact with him to get taken to Square World. And once in here, you want to go down, hit the interact key so you jump down, go into this door, and then jump off to the right here. Now be careful not to jump off of this or go into a door, because you might ruin the run. Now we wait on this tile until this NPC comes past, and as soon as we are allowed to interact with them, we're here. And again, this NPC also moves, so you gotta be wary of his placement. He can save or lose you anywhere from like 0.5 seconds. It's not that much, but again, he moves. So you interact with him, and you get taken to Neon City, which is a split. Oh, I didn't split for bike. How terrible. I didn't split for bike. Oh well. I don't care. Anyway, so once we're in the Neon City, it's a little daunting. It's a little hard to navigate. But what I like to do is, there's not really any set path. I just go down and to the right and avoid all the obstacles I can. Like, you can see these NPC placements are random. It's hard to know what's an obstacle and what's not. And you don't want to get caught on anything. So you just go down and to the right until you hit these trees here. And then this is where you want to be. Again, or down and to the right, I keep saying, it's left. Again, let me show that. You come out into the Neon City, you go down to the right. Again, movement tricks, if you watched my last speedrunning tutorial, you want to make as little movement errors as possible. It's kind of hard with these NPCs here, but it's whatever. And then you just want to go down and to the right until you hit this tree. Wrap around, enter. Nice, simple. One thing I want to note is that it looks like you can travel this path, which you actually get locked right here. So you have to go down. Just something to note. I'm going to go in here, and you are going to end up at the abandoned factory. So from here you take a right, Keep note of this obstacle right here. It's like 2 pixels, but it's a 1-tile obstacle. And it lasts for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles. And then you want to go back down, around. Very linear movements. If you're familiar with the movement of RPG Maker 2000, then this should be no problem. You want to take a right here, down the ladder, not up the stairs. We're coming up to another split here. You want to enter the first door. You can enter the third door. You can also take a completely different path to get to the abandoned factory. But the way we've found it is this is the fastest path, is to go through the Arc de Pillar world. You want to take this door on the far right, and once you're in, this is where I split. Now, once in Arc de Pillar world, it's very simple. You go up and to the right. And here it is. It's very simple once you get the handle on it. If you need visual cues, I'm saying just go up until you get to this structure here, follow this structure, and then head up, and you'll see it. It's very simple. Then you're entered into a boat section. Now this is the mansion. Another pretty easy linear part of the run. Boat sections are very nice and slow. Lets you relax, calm your nerves, but you gotta remember once you get off the bike, off the boat, you have to re-equip the bike. Watch out for this grass here, that's obstacles. You want to go down, and you just want to follow this wall around. Very linear path to get to the mansion. Again, it's hard to know which are obstacles. You just gotta be wary of these obstacles. You gotta make a turn up here. And then you enter the mansion, and it's fine. I like to line myself up with this carpet tile right here to go up. If you're lined on this one, again, it looks like you can pass right through, but it's actually a tile that blocks you. You want to enter this door. And you want to take these stairs down. Again, there's many paths to get here. This is just the fastest route we've found so far. If anybody thinks they can get a faster time with a different route, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll do some testing. Anyway, Industrial Maze is the next split. Again, a pretty daunting area, but when you know where to go, you're fine. You go up. You got to keep note of, by the way, of what are obstacles and what are not. The pipes overhead, the drains overhead, they have things down at the ground, they have this up here, which is an obstacle. Some are obstacles, some are not. What you want to do is you want to go up, right. This NPC can block this passageway, ruining the run, so be careful of that. It's another up, left, up, right. Again, watch out. Some of these are obstacles, some are not. Up, left. Enter the door. Now the thing about this next section is it's very, very linear. You just want to make sure you gotta avoid the obstacles to get to the exit. You want to make sure you take that door there, this door right here, and not go down the ladder. Do not go down the ladder. You want to take this door right here. And just head to the left. Now, once you're in the overgrown city, you want to follow this route. Left, down, through the gate, onto the road. Follow the road until you reach the split down, and it's just that simple. Now, you want to go in the direction of this mailbox, I think, here. Just go to the right, down, take that first down there, and to the left again, into this building. Pretty simple. This part, very easy, down and to the left. You won't miss it. And this is another left into the chaotic buildings, which is the next split. For me, at least. Again, splits are up to preference. Now, chaotic buildings is another obstacle-ridden, hard-to-navigate area, so just follow my route. You want to go down these two ladders. Mind the holes in the floor, which are obstacles. Make sure you know where to step, where not to step. You want to go left to this ladder, up this one, right across this ladder, up this one, left, up this ladder, up and to the right, this ladder, down and to the right, this ladder, down this ladder, right, down, down, left, down. It's very, very simple once you get the path right. There will be times where you will take the wrong ladder or get stuck on some holes in the ground. It happens. How do you think I have so many attempts and only a handful of world records? Anyway, once you're down here, you want to take a right and down to where these bridges are. You want to cross and just follow the path. You want to cross these bridges and just follow the path. Once you've done that, be mindful of the trees. You'll see this big pillar here. You want to go down. This is where this building is. And then you just want to go up and to the left into the transmission tower world, which is the next split. Now, once in the transmission tower world, you want to go up and to the left until you see this guy, and line yourself in between this guy and this pylon thing here. Remember that this guy, he's got a big butt. You gotta just line it in between. Actually, I think you just line up with this here, because you just go up, and then you'll see that. Just line yourself up with the pylon to the left of the big booty guy, and you'll enter this area, no problem. Watch out for that bench. There, into this door. Very linear, very easy. Now once you're here, don't get tripped up by the amount of doors. All you gotta do is enter this one. It's very simple. And once you enter this door on the right here, it's the next split. You're at the old train station. This is the calm before the storm. You gotta pay attention to this route because the next one's even harder. Also, keep in mind that these railings are obstacles. You cannot pass under them. So far, the first section of the old train station, very linear. But once you get to here, you have to go down to the right onto the train tracks and then head right. Head right until you see a wooden plank extending into a loading zone. then hop on that plank. Then you want to go down and hit another plank, and then to the left this time, across the train tracks. Through these barricades, up towards another plank, and left into this door. Now once you've done that, you want to just go down to the left, avoid the obstacles, into here, into this big opening. This area features ladders, it's very easy, linear, but the static is random. You get a random amount of static each time, sometimes it's 7 static, sometimes it's 3. Just navigate your way here, and enter into the worst area of the run. This is Cosmic World. Remember to re-equip the bike. Now, it is very hard to tell what you can stand on and what is obstacles. There are big rocks here, there are trees here, there are holes in the ground. Just try to follow my route as best as possible. By the way, once I load into Cosmic World, that's a split for me. You go down and to the left to hit this ladder. Yes, there is a ladder here, trust me. You go up and to the right, dodging all the obstacles you can. It's been a while for me. And you want to go down to this ladder. This entire first section is kind of like a spiral loop around. Once you've done that, you want to go left and down to this ladder. Left and down to this ladder. Go up that ladder. Go left until you reach this cube and this little pointy thing. You see this little like pointy tile and this cube? Right in between there, that's my cue to switch from going from down left to up left. I'm gonna go up left to hit this ladder. Again, once you hit in between this cube and stuff, you don't want to keep going down. You just want to go down left, hit this, switch, up left, into another down left to hit this ladder. Now once you've done that, you want to go down. Just go down a little bit to the right, but the goal is to not get trapped on any obstacles like this. So you just want to keep to the left, basically, to hit this ladder right here. Follow the black signposts, little light, I don't know, into the trees. Now once you're into the trees, you just gotta follow them. You just gotta follow the coverage of the trees. Like so. Make a right. And make an up. Again, just follow the trees. We're in the final stretch of the run. This is where your run's gonna most likely die. And it's like 14 minutes in, so GG's. Once you enter Square Ruins, that is another split for me. Square Ruins, it's a very simple teleport maze. And I have it down to a science. I'm going to show you the easiest route that takes the minimal effort. You go into the big door. We don't like walking, so once we go through here, we're going to take the first door we see. And then we're going to take the first door we see. And then 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 this one, you want to go all the way to the left. And then enter this big door in the middle. That's it. In an actual speedrun, that is very fast. It's a very fast route through Square Ruins. And this is the second to last world. We are nearly complete with the run. The final area stands in our way, the depths, which is a teleport maze. As long as you know what teleports to hit, I'll give you some visual indicators, then you're good. After you climb down that ladder, just go up. And once I enter the depths, I split. Now immediately go to the right to the first teleporter. And from here, you want to go up and down. Right? You want to hit this teleporter with the little... I don't know what to call this shape. Looks like a music note, maybe? Anyway, ignore this one. Just kidding. Hit this one. Did I tell you I haven't ran this since May? Anyway, ignore what I just said, because I got some better shapes to show you. So, after you hit this one... After you hit this one, you want to go up, and you want to hit the teleporter with this little C shape next to it. You want to hit that teleporter, and then ignore the one with the C shape next to it. And hit this one in the bottom corner. And then from there, if you see this structure, it's a very distinct world structure, you're fine. Go to the one that has been isolated from all his friends. I'm sorry, man. And then you're in this section. Now you want to ignore this one and hit this one. On the left here. One teleporter you can hit here. Now at the split here, you want to take a down. Again, the one with the bubbles next to it. And then time right there when you hit the goal. And that is falling percent. One thing to note about this run is that for the next, like, what, 1 minute and 30 seconds while this event's taking place, I cannot quit to the main menu, so if I want to start a new run immediately, I have to exit the game. This is a very beautiful event, though. But again, as of patch 1.1, as of version 0.113, patch 1 and onward, these worlds have been removed from the game, and this speedrun's no longer possible. So you must do it on either 1.1.3 no patches or earlier. And sit through the opening cutscene, follow my route. Don't listen to what I said at the beginning of the depths, listen to what I said after I got my bearings. But anyway, this has been a speedrun guide for Yume Tuki Falling Percent. I hope this inspires people to run this beautiful category and remember these worlds that were once so prominent in this game. Thank you very much.